In a normal year, the smokehouses and drying racks that Alaska natives use to prepare salmon to tide them through the winter would be heavy with fish meat, the fruits of a summer spent fishing on the Yukon River like generations before them. This year, there are no fish. The remote communities that dot the river and live off its bounty, far from road systems and easy, affordable shopping, are desperate and doubling down on moose and caribou hunts in the waning days of fall. "Nobody has fish in their freezer right now. Nobody," said Giovanna Stevens, 38, a member of the Stevens village tribe who grew up harvesting salmon at her family's fish camp. "We have to fill that void quickly before winter gets here." Opinions on what led to the catastrophe vary, but those studying it generally agree human-caused climate change is playing a role as the river and the Bering Sea warm, altering the food chain in ways that aren't yet fully understood. The assumption that salmon that aren't fished make it back to their native river to lay eggs may no longer hold up because of changes in the ocean and river environments, said Stephanie Quinn-Davidson, who has worked on Yukon River salmon issues for a decade and is the Alaska Venture Fund's program. King, or chinook, salmon have been in decline for more than a decade, but chum salmon were more plentiful until last year. This year, summer chum numbers plummeted and numbers of fall chum, which travel farther upriver, are dangerously low. Everyone wants to know, what is the one smoking gun? What is the one thing we can point to and stop? She said of the collapse. People are reluctant to point to climate change because there isn't a clear solution. But it's probably the biggest factor here. Many Alaska Native communities are outraged they are paying the price for generations of practices beyond their control that have caused climate change, and many feel state and federal authorities aren't doing enough to bring Indigenous voices to the table.